got back from my birthday vacation, and I want to go over everything that I did, where I went, and when I came back, like, I had a couple gifts for my grandparents. I want to go over those too because they're super cute. They're, like, really cute. So let's start with where I went, which a lot of people that when I said I'm going there went, why? So that was fun. But I went to Nebraska, the land of flatness and corn by most people's perspective. Actually, there is a ton to do in Nebraska. If you've never been, in Omaha specifically is where I was, but there was a ton to do, and I was close to, like, what's considered, I guess, downtown Omaha, but it's, like, just, like, what looks like an older setup of Omaha City, in a sense, to me. I mean, it looked like an abandoned New York City, like, New York City in COVID, just a couple people out. But anyway, so the first day I was kind of jet lagged, so we just kind of chilled, and I got candy. I was given candy because, you know, you gotta keep a girl sugared or else she's gonna lose her mind. And then I was given this bean hoodie. Yeah, so I got a bean hoodie. Yeah, got a yellow bean hoodie. Yellow is not my color, but hey, we're rocking it. And then I was given this little Shauna controller. It's Shauna sized. It is tiny enough that it does not look too big in my hand, and it's not like I'm stretching to reach the buttons, because that is an actual thing that I found is not normal. Another inconvenience by being short, but it's fine. I now have a Shauna sized controller. Shauna sized. So that was day one. And I think day two, we decided we're going to do the zoo, which Omaha, the Henry Dooley Zoo, is voted the best zoo for 2023. And it's a giant zoo. Giant. And we did most of this in one day. So it was a lot of walking. A lot of the animals were exhausted because of the heat. But we got the all-day pass for the first day. So we actually went on the train. We got to see it from the sky. Like, the benches in the sky, I never know what that's called. But that thing, we got to do that thing and look at the zoo from above. And then we did the train. We did the carousel. I got to feed a giraffe. That was super cool. And this giraffe was kind of a jerk. This giraffe was so used to being fed that it's just trying to take the branch out my hand. So the giraffe took the branch and I took it back. And then I fed the giraffe and I fed the other giraffe because the other giraffe came around. And that giraffe also was a little selfish because it took my stick, because we were supposed to just feed them the leaves and then dump the sticks. And this one said, no, I want the stick. Have a great day, though. So I fed 2 giraffes, which I thought was super cool. And honestly, that was really nice because it was, like, open to, like, the general public. Like, all you had to do was get in the line and, of course, pay. But you didn't have to, like, reserve, which most zoos you kind of do, in my personal experience. So that was fun. And the only thing we didn't get to do was feed a budgie, which is a bird. We didn't arrive early enough. We arrived early enough day 1, but we didn't know. And then day 2, we did not arrive early enough. But day 2, we ended up doing the jungle, which is the only thing that we had missed on day 1. And that was super fun, honestly, because it was really cool to see all of the animals just, like, in this one area and all of the birds and stuff. It was just really, really pretty. And you had hippos and otters and all sorts of things. It was just really cool, and I love the zoo. I've always loved the zoo as a kid, so the fact that I got to go see the zoo, and the #1 rated zoo in the US at least, I was super excited. But I got a couple souvenirs. So one, I have my all-day pass because we're keeping that. There's a little elephant on it. There's a little red panda, which they did not have a red panda. I've heard that they had one in the past, but I think they moved him or rehabilitated him. Or not rehabilitated. Is it called rehabilitated? I don't know. Anyway, there's also a clownfish on it. And then I got this little elephant shot glass that also says the zoo name on it, but it's an elephant shot glass, and it's probably just going to be used for sauce, but it's an elephant, and it's just so cute. And then, like, my two favorite things that I got from the zoo are this necklace, which is a bear, and then, like, it's got two sides because it's got the metal work and then the little stone. And then I got this anklet, and this anklet has a little polar bear on it. And this anklet specifically came with packaging that lets you track a polar bear that's been rescued and then released to the wild again. So I am tracking Fox, my polar bear, and what was really cool is when I immediately opened up the app and started tracking Fox, is that Fox's last location was June 22nd, and it was June 26th when I got the anklet. So I was super excited because that was actually really soon. And Fox hasn't traveled very far from where they were released. They've traveled a long distance, but they've kind of circled back. And I will keep updated on Fox because I think it's super cute. And like the company also does like dolphins and like lions and giraffes. I think they just started releasing the dolphin one specifically, so I think that's super cool, and like there's so many to collect. I'm gonna have anklets for days because they're not bracelets on me. So now that we covered the zoo, I'm gonna talk about the first day again, because I have this cute little origami butterfly, and we actually went and got ramen, and on our ramen was this butterfly, so I thought that was super cute, so I decided to keep that as a little memento. And then after day 2 of the zoo, we had a lot of time left within the day, so we went to one of the coffee shop roasteries, and I got to tour that, and I got a little sticker, and, well, not a sticker, it like goes on like a window or something, but I got to see your roastery, and I got to actually see like the beans cooling. And it was super cool because I worked in a coffee shop for 3 years, but I never got to see the roasting process. I just sold it. And then I got to see their bakery, and I got some pastries. Like their Cinnabons are super good, and their muffins are really good, and their smoothies are super good. And their hot chocolate was really good because I went to the office and I got a hot chocolate made for myself. So I have only one photo of me with the hot chocolate, but honestly, that was a really good experience. I thought that was super cool, and honestly, it was one of the highlights because I was not expecting it. And also, after working in coffee, and despite being allergic, I did have some kind of weird love for making coffee, so it was actually really cool to see the process of where it gets to where I was working. And then the next day, we decided to go to the Durham Museum. And that's like a museum that's in an old train station. And what's really cool about that museum is, one, it's the old train station, but underneath is old train cars and like kind of a setup of like a history museum. So you have your Native American area, you have like your colonial area, you have some like older safes, like an old Nebraska like living room area, and like an older house setup. And it was like super cool to see what Nebraska was like then, because I've been to museums in like Pittsburgh and they were like completely different, set up for the same time frame. And also seeing the Native American culture in Nebraska alone, it was really cool to see, because where I grew up in Pittsburgh, Native American culture like drenched our museums in a sense because they were so prideful about it. So it was really cool to see how similar Nebraska's historical museum in a sense was versus how the historical museums where I grew up were. But it was really cool to honestly go in the old train cars and like flip at the switches and stuff and see how people like slept on train cars and stuff, and how everything folded down and like dividers came out and stuff. Like that was super cool. I think that was the coolest part. And we were gonna actually get like some old candy and like old style milkshakes because they served them there, but we got distracted by the gift shop and didn't go back to the food place after the gift shop. But at the gift shop, we got a couple, like, typical mementos. I got Mark a caboose because he's always wanted to live in a train car. And I gave it to him, and he instantly went, choo-choo, choo-choo, even though this one wouldn't go choo-choo. Let's be realistic, it wouldn't. But, I mean, gift successful. And then I got this Durham Museum, like, chip. And it just kind of has a train on it. Ooh, it fell. And then Durham on it. And then I got a little Nebraska plate. And it says, it's honestly not for everyone. Or honestly, it's not for everyone. But when I was given that, they're like, see, this is us. And I'm like, me? I'm not for everyone? And they're like, no, Nebraska. Nebraska. I live in Nebraska, you idiot. I was like, oh, okay. So then I had to get that. And I think the museum was super fun, and I took lots of pictures. Some other things that we did while I was there that weren't really, like, on the agenda is we went to this brewery bar, and we had this really good white pizza. It was super good, but that was a good little atmosphere. And then after that, we went to an ice cream store, and that was actually really good. I got cake batter, and it tasted like if you've ever had sugar cookie cake dough, you know, the ones that you're not supposed to eat because of salmonella. If you've ever had that, if you like, it was like they used that in the cake batter, and that's kind of what cake batter tasted like. And so that was really fun. And then we went to a record store because I like record stores. The people I was with like record stores, so we went in and we looked at some of the old records, some of the old cassette tapes. I thought it was so cool they had cassette tapes still. I think that was just absolutely like the most amazing thing because like even like the record stores here, like they don't have as many cassette tapes as that place did. So that was super cool. And then I got another anklet/bracelet, depending on what size you are. And this, I think, was just picked because it was green. It actually has specks of black in it, which I think is super cool. But the card that it came with says that this means gratitude. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's pretty cool. Anyway, and the next day, we went, well, I think for my birthday, more specifically, we went to the Strategic Air Command Center. And that was super cool to see the like planes and the Blackbird and kind of like the casings of bombs and the actual impact that they had, and like they broke down planes and like wings and stuff for us to see. So that was actually really cool. I got to stand next to a tire that was taller than me. I got to see a lot about space stuff, and like we got to do a simulator. So I think we did a simulator for the Hellcat, and the person I was with, not a good pilot, but hey, what can you do? That was super cool though, because like, I mean, I just made this height requirement with an adult. Without another adult, I wouldn't have, but I just made this height requirement. And like even then, I was like, when we almost went upside down, I was like, I'm in the air. This is fine. It's fine. But that was super fun, and honestly, it was really cool seeing that all up close and knowing that some of these planes actually did get airtime, and then they were actually restoring some of them next to the food court area. So we got to see some of them in restoration, whether it was paint jobs or actual internal stuff. It was really cool to see. So that was really fun. And then we went to a vegan place. Oh wait, no. We went to a candy store before the vegan place. We gotta get this right. We went to a candy store! So I got all this candy! And one thing that I did get, so we got a surprise bag and then the candy, and then another thing is I got a Pez. And this is for Mark. So every Christmas for like a couple years in a row, I got him Pez, and he does not like Pez. So I got him Kiss Pez, and then I got him Muppet Pez, and now he's got a Genie Pez and like a Toy Story Pez and stuff. So I had to get him a Genie Pez when I saw it because, one, he's a huge Robin Williams fan. Two, I needed to get him a Pez. And three, it was the only Pez that they had that was for sale, in a sense, that I could get him that he would like. So, got him that, and I got myself a bunch of candy, and that was super fun. And then we went to the vegan place, which it was an all-vegan place, so it was vegan food, vegan dessert, and it was so good. I got a chimichanga. I think it was called a chimichanga verde, so it was green sauce. And the green salsa was just amazing. And then I got guac with it. And the whole thing was just so good. Like, so good. I could have ate it all, but it bloated me up so quickly. And then I got peanut butter ice cream. And it was cashew milk ice cream, which was super cool. Because I've never had that form of ice cream. And it was pretty good. I'm not a huge peanut butter fan. So, don't know why I got peanut butter ice cream. But it was actually really good for peanut butter ice cream. I'm not going to lie. I was just super full from the chimichanga. And that was just really fun. And it really made my birthday. Because, like, I haven't had good vegan food. And I heard that there's a Modern Love, which is the vegan place I went to in Brooklyn. So, I'm definitely going to have to try there now. Because that's, like, it's just too small towny that the fact that there's a one in Brooklyn. And then another thing that we did, and we didn't do it on my birthday, but I can't remember what day we did it, is we went to Buff City Soap, which actually they only have stores in Nebraska and also Brooklyn, so I'm going to have to check them out here. But we got 4 bars of soap because the place needed soap, and honestly, I needed soap for bathing because the body wash was not working. No, I needed soap. And then I got this lotion. And it smells so good. I think it's called Good Morning. I don't know. It's kind of rubbed off by now. But it smells so good. And the soaps that we got, I think we got lavender, sandalwood, and 2 others I can't remember the scents of, or the names of. And, they all just smelled so amazing. So that was a good, like, little find. There was a lot of good little finds that I found, even though they aren't big names. They were good little finds, and that's honestly what happened this entire week during my birthday. And I had just like the most amazing time in Nebraska, which not many people think they would have an amazing time, but it was just so cool, and there was so much to do. And honestly, I don't know. It was a good vibe. I had a good time. I was relaxed. I wasn't stressed out. And it was just a good vacation and a good birthday vacation. But when I got back home, I got my gifts from my grandparents, which my grandparents are the sweetest people ever because they bought me gifts. And so what I'm going to show you first is they got me these black pearls, and apparently my grandfather informed me that I technically have 3 birthstones, which I did not know. I thought I was just a pearl. Anyway, he said that I do, and that he liked the black pearl the best. So it's a black pearl, and it's just so pretty. I'm not going to put it in because, like, I have other earrings in, but, like, it's so pretty. And I haven't had pearls, like real pearls, at least ever in my life. And I haven't had pearls in general since my grandmother, who passed away, gave them to me. And legit, we bought those at Walmart. But like, they were these pink pearls, and I was like 8 years old. And I was like, Grandma, I want pearls. And she's like, okay, we'll get you pearls. And so that's like the last memory I have of pearls, and the fact that my grandfather, different grandparent though, I mean, got it for me, in a sense, is kind of really cool, and I'm really thankful to him and my grandma Eve because they're absolutely amazing. And then they got me this box, which I hope I set back up, right, because I want to show you what it was like to open it, because it was super cool. There was a cake inside. There is no longer a cake inside. I ate it, okay? There's no cake in here, just the stuff. Okay, y'all, so we have our box, and hopefully it's set up correctly. It is not. Anyway, These are supposed to fly out. I didn't do it right. But anyway, these are supposed to fly out, and there's like flowers in it, and there was a cake. Like I said, there was a cake. Anyway, that's what I did for my birthday. I went to Nebraska. I had an amazing time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and all of my stuff.